Okay, good morning all. Welcome. We'll bring the meeting to order. Warden Matrosov sends her regrets. She's attending an event down in Oakville, I believe, today for the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Cities Initiative, which is kind of ironic given certain things. Anyway, call to order. Declaration of interest. Is there any regarding today's agenda? Not seeing any. Oh. Yeah, we can do that too if you want. And I told Tara right off the top, I said, I hope the rust doesn't show too hard, but apparently it's here we go. Yeah, buckle up. Here we go. We're going to have fun, but it won't be smooth. So let's stand for O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you do the roll call, please?
Councillor Mackey, Councillor McKay, Councillor Carlton, Councillor Pringle, Councillor McQueen, Councillor Nielsen, Councillor Patterson, Councillor Dickert, Councillor Kentner, Councillor Keaveney, Councillor Boddy, Councillor Gregg, Deputy Warden Milne,
Present.
Councillor Dobreen, Warden Matrosov sends her regrets today. Alternate Councillor Hope, Councillor Bourdignon, Councillor Eccles, Councillor Hutchinson. We've all members in attendance today with the exception of Warden Matrosov.
Thank you. And we do welcome everyone here this morning. So before we begin, I want to acknowledge with respect, we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe Nation, the people of the Three Fires, known as Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. We give thanks to the Chippewas of Saugeen and the Chippewas of Nawash, known collectively as the Saugeen Ojibwe Nation, the traditional keepers of these lands and waters since time immemorial. To our south lies the traditional territories of the Six Nations of the Grand River and the Haudenosaunee. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture and committed to moving forward in the spirit of truth, reconciliation, and friendship with all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. Okay, now we're back to the question I wanted to ask earlier. Is there any declaration of interest related to any item on today's agenda? Not seeing any, if one should arise, you can declare it at any time. Adoption of the minutes. We have the minutes there from the October 23rd, both council and committee of the whole, and we have the closed committee of the whole meeting minutes from October 23rd. So we'll take the first one from the 23rd. Councillor Eccles and Councillor McKay. Any discussion? All in favor? That is carried. Similarly, the closed meeting minutes of the October 3rd council meeting. Someone care to move that? Councillor Keaveney, Councillor Hutchison. Any discussion? All in favor? That is carried. We have no closed meeting matters, no reports. We have two bylaws. Someone care to move? They were regarding purchase and sale of lands in the city of Owen Sound and the confirming bylaw. Councillor Gregg and Councillor Dobreen. Any discussion? All those in favor? That is carried. News today. Before we get into other news, I would like to acknowledge the tragic passing of 3 students and the critical injury of 1 additional student from John Diefenbaker Senior School in Hanover earlier this week. On behalf of Warden Matrosovs and Grey County, I want to extend our sincere condolences to those families, friends, classmates, teachers, and all of those who are touched by this profound loss. Very tragic. Any other news celebrations here this morning? Councillor DeBreen, please.
Good morning, Deputy Warden, and good morning, County Council guests. I know it seems distant time frame away, but our Dundalk Santa Claus Parade will be held the first Saturday in December, which will be before we meet again. So I just wanted to make mention that the Dundalk Santa Claus Parade will be held at 6 p.m. on December 6th.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Oh, Councillor Nielsen, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Deputy Warden. Even though you were trying to skip O Canada, I just want to comment on the wonderful Remembrance Day celebrations across Grey County. I know many of us attended, probably as many as we could, and multiple ourselves. And I had an interesting conversation with my children about it and some of their classmates that unfortunately don't seem to understand the importance or fully understand why it's such a special day for Canada. So it was just a great opportunity to kind of remind my own children and have a wonderful time in the community, talking to veterans, talking to community members who have lost their own family members in various aspects. So just commenting on that.
Thank you, Dean. Anyone else? Councillor Keaveney, please.
Good morning, Mr. Deputy Warden and County Council, and I just wanted to share that Meaford will be hosting our Christmas on the Bay, December the 4th to the 7th in our Market Square with 17 cabins full of vendors, so you can do your Christmas shopping, and there'll be fun and activities and entertainment and food and drink for everyone. So Meaford is the place to be, December 4th to the 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Anyone else? Councillor Kentner, please.
Yes. I'll just add that tonight is the night to be in Meaford as well. It's Dragon's Den. And this has been going on for years now. And if you want to see a really, really entertaining and informative program, be at Meaford Hall tonight, 7:30. Again, we have a group of dragons and a group of slayers. And it's going to be very, very exciting. A lot of money being risked on budding entrepreneurs. And the amazing thing is, I think about a third of downtown Meaford is made up of former slayers. So it's a great show, and I encourage people, if they're interested in economic development, to take this in. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross. Sounds exciting. Anyone else? Councillor Body.
If I may, I just want to follow up on Councillor Nielsen's comments. I learned at the Legion from a upper regional person that veterans aren't easily allowed into schools to share the stories anymore. When we grew up, we learned from our parents the horrors of war and why we don't want to go to war and all of that. Now a veteran has to do a record check. Apparently, they have to have it listed 14 days in advance, so parents can protest if they don't want their children learning about the horrors of war. And I fear with those types of rules that the next generation isn't going to understand those horrors the same way as most of us in this room did listening to our parents growing up. Removing of poppies from the workplace, that's, I find, really disturbing in this country. And if you have any influence, any input into boards of education, I would hope that you would share that this isn't appropriate. We need to allow our veterans into schools to spread that story down to the next generation. Thanks.
Thank you, Ian. Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you for those. Need a motion to adjourn from our council portion of the meeting. Councillor Patterson, Councillor McQueen, all those in favor? That is carried. We'll just move over to our committee of the whole.